And just think, I ain't even halfway done. I wish I'd brought my other one now. I know, I'm just gonna shave half and be two-faced. Hi, I'm George Douglas, and I'm from White Oak, Tennessee. And people that know me are gonna be going, yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's that lunatic.
My name's Megan Douglas. I'm from Clairfield, Tennessee.
I'm going home.
No, don't go home. I miss you. I don't get to see you but ever just a little bit. Po-po out of everywhere. Oh no. Oh, it's working. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, it ain't a running. Dang.
My name is Eddie Wortham.
And my name is Mary Johnson.
Okay. Who's bounce? Come here, baby. Yeah, thank you. Eddie's gonna make his, he's gonna lose a finger. She ain't quit laughing since she got here. Have you peed on yourself yet? I have.
My name is Tammy. I am from over across the mountain in Kentucky, over around what we call Siler.
Hello everyone, this is John Ward of the Appalachian Channel, and I'm back in White Oak area of Campbell County, Tennessee, and I'm here with Tammy and George again, and I'm sure we'll probably run into some other characters along the way here in the mountains, but it's Thursday, and this is the day that George takes his bath, and every Thursday he takes a bath whether he needs it or not. So we're going to go down to the creek and he's going to take a bath. You ready to go, George?
I'm ready to go. Get this off my face.
All right.
Okay.
What is a normal day for you like? What do you...
Well, it kind of depends on the day. Like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I just kind of do my thing here, you know, clean the bus, do the dishes, just kind of whatever. But then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I go get my buddy Wayne, he's in there, by the way, and get him from the nursing home, and we just kind of whatever, you know. And sometimes I go get him on Sunday because I'm bored, and he needs out there.
You still filming?
No, he better not
liar.
Why do you think
Is he lying, or is he telling the truth?
She's the one that told me to do it.
Growing up with him, with my dad, was great. I liked the way he raised me. He told me to make my own mistakes and learn from it, unlike some other kids that was around me was raised. They got thumbed down pretty hard, but I was allowed to make my own mistakes. It taught me a lot faster. It took me a while to, I think with every kid it takes them a while. Just the sacrifices he made, how hard he worked all his life, manual labor, just to provide for me, and his marriage with my mom. He stayed with her for a long time because of me. And I know now, you know, that wasn't easy. That was a hard marriage that they shouldn't have been together, but he stayed for me.
What's something a lot of people don't understand about living the way that you live? You know, is it a choice? Is it something that you're just kind of stuck with at the moment?
No, it's been a choice. It started out as an accident at work. And like he said, I was the only night watchman he ever had that he couldn't run off of the job site, because in the day they could go home. I could went home, but I didn't want to go home. I enjoyed it back there, so I stayed every day. I'd leave one day a week, and that was on Thursdays, which was payday, go get my stuff and come back for the next week. And it just became a way of life with me that, I know it sounds crazy. I don't have water, don't have electric, don't have a flush toilet. I don't have none of the stuff most people have, but I'm happy. I don't have the worries everybody has. I would say the hardest adjustment to living off grid was not being able to just flip on a switch for a light, or turn on the faucet and get water, or this goes back to I don't have a flush toilet, okay? I used the actual flush toilet like last week. Kind of was weird to me because I hadn't used one in so long, we'll say. That was kind of a new experience, but it's just the adjusting to learning how to do things that most people take for granted, like doing my dishes. That's an actual chore, okay? I gotta go get the water. I gotta bring the water home. I gotta heat the water. I gotta put the water in 2 different pans. Got to rinse water, to wash the water. It's not like just turning on the sink and do your dishes, you're done. It's a chore. Everything's a chore, but I don't mind it. Come on in. Now, like I said, everything I do is a chore. Now, don't pay no attention to the dirty dishes, because I was supposed to do them this morning, but I ain't felt good. So they're on hold. But you got to gather your stuff up to go to the creek to take a bath. And like I said, everything's a chore. So got to get my shaver and my mirror, and got to get my bar of soap, which that goes in. I got to have a baggie. Where'd I put my baggies? Got to put it in the baggie. Ooh, almost out of little baggies. And then I got my water jugs already in the car. When get done taking a bath, we'll ease out towards the spring and see if it's running, because I've got city water in them right now and I just don't like it. But now we ready to, wait a minute, I got my key. Yeah, okay, we ready to get in the car and go to Tackett and take a bath. And shit, I hate these steps. I need one of them escalator things. Them steps are terrible. I don't know where the cat's at, but I'll just leave the door open a crack. They don't nobody never bother nothing here. Whew. Yeah, you ain't afraid to ride with me, are you?
No.
Okay. All right, you ready to hear the rocket?
Let's get it.
All right, because I tore the mufflers off. I went to see the doctor one day, was backing out of the parking lot, and I heard this clank. I thought, what in the heck was that? Crawled under the back of the car, muffler fell off. So, you know them little rubber things that hold them on, I had a knife in the trunk, and I cut it loose and throwed that muffler in the trunk, but I still had one more because it had 2. Went to the drugstore to get my medicine, come out and got in the car and pulled out, and I hear clank. I thought, well, what in the hell is that? Pulled over in another parking lot, and the other muffler had fell down. And I thought, well, shoot. And I just cut it loose and throwed it in the trunk of the car. I took off, and I kind of like the way the thing sounds if you give her a little fuel, but it can get a little loud.
All right, so where are we at right now? What are we?
We're going down the backside of White Oak Mountain into Tackett. Boy, it's a beautiful country, ain't it?
Yes, it is. No wonder you love living up here.
Well, you know, you can just get out and you ain't even got to have no money to go have fun, you know. Like if you live in the city, if you want to go have fun, well, you got to go to a movie or, you know, something. It costs you money. It don't cost, well, it costs a little bit of gas here. Get out and run around, get into stuff. Lord, I've stomped all over in these mountains. I got lost one time back in Cumberland when I was a kid. I got turned around. First time in my life I'd ever got turned around, didn't know which way to go. But everything looked the same. And I stayed up there. It took me 2 days to figure out how to get home. I finally got back home and my dad goes, where you been, boy? I said, I got lost back there in the woods. And he goes, you got lost? I said, yeah, I know, don't even say it. I said, you know, I got turned around. I said, this is an old railroad bed. They pulled the tracks out in around 93, 94, somewhere in there. But the coal company, it's hard to say how many tons and tons and tons of coal they've hauled out of here over the years. I kind of hated seeing them take the tracks out, but that made it a lot easier about getting back in here. You know, because before you had to go up through Rock Creek or ride a horse or, you know, maybe a motorcycle. You get a motorcycle up through here pretty easy, but, you know, back in the day, it's pretty rough. Now we're at the swimming hole now. My daddy taught me how to swim right here. See that little cliff thing right here beside the car? Okay. He was standing on that cliff and I didn't know how to swim, and he just picked me up and throwed me. He said, "You'll swim or drown." Well, when I was flying through the air, I seen a snake in the water and it scared me. So when I hit the water, I about run to the other side. I'm standing over there crying, "Daddy, there was a snake in the water, snake in the water. You trying to kill me?" He said, "No, I'm teaching you how to swim." I said, "Well, now how am I supposed to get back across this thing? There's a snake in there." He said, "That snake's gone." He said, "You scared it off." I said, "Well, how do I get back?" He said, "Swim." I said, "Well, I don't know how to swim." He said, "Well, you're doing an awful doggone good job of it a while ago." I'm like, "Well, I was scared." Now, the only bad thing about this swimming hole, where they got these cows over here, you got these little flies flying everywhere, them old deer flies and cow flies, and they will absolutely eat you alive if you ain't careful. But I gotta fix my seat before I can do anything. That way, when I sit down, my seat won't get all soggy. All right, got my stuff. This can stay up here for the time being. Well, I get tangled up in them shirts. They stick to me. I'm a kind of a healthy guy, so a little hard. But now, see, this bath don't cost me nothing. Most people, you know, they gotta have a water heater and all that fancy. Nah, this is free. You just gotta drive down here. Now, I know it's gonna be cold. That's the part I dread. It's gonna be cold. Whew. Now, right here, it gets a little tricky. I fell right here a couple times. There we go. Okay. Woo, yeah, it's cool. Now, what I do, I get my stuff all laid out here. Ooh, boy, that water's cold today. But give me just a second. I gotta get all wet before I do anything. Ooh, that's coming. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, my mirror's all dirty. Can't have that. There we go. I know you're thinking, well, how's he gonna shave? He ain't got no shaving cream. Yeah, dude. In here, shaving cream. I can see you out of the way. I know I said I was gonna let my beard grow out so I could have my Santa Claus suit for Christmas, but right now my blood's building back up and I'm having troubles, and right here is absolutely driving me crazy, and I can't deal with both problems at the same time. So I'll let it grow in later. Boy, my beard's tough today.
Looks like it.
Either that or this shaver is really crappy. Ain't decided which. And just think, I ain't even halfway done. I wish I'd brought my other one now. I know, I'm just gonna shave half and be two-faced. I'll be glad when I get done with this. I'll have to go home and take a nap. Yeah. I mean, shoot, sorry. This is getting frustrating. Now, okay, go get scrubbed off. Woo! There we go. Boy, a big old rock right there. It's not a deep hole no more. It's filled in over the years.
Yeah.
This used to be real deep. There used to be a big old rock over there that everybody dove off of. But that ain't there no more. Like I said, the creek's, it's eroded in or whatever you call it, but it's still a good hole of water. There we go. All clean now. Them little buggers down here, man. See here? You see that big old fella?
That's a big one there. Look at that.
That's a horsefly. Look here.
Got him.
Oh, you got him, didn't you?
You killed him out.
Fish will eat him. Here. By the way, that's one of my new towels.
Oh, it is, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Brand for a new one. I've only, well, now I got towels, but before I only had two. Use one for a day or two, and then take it down to my little brother's and wash it, and then use the other one. But now, heck, that'll work. Okay, here's the fun part. You ever tried to put a t-shirt on and you wet?
I have. They stick to you or get stuck in them.
They're horrible. Oh, here we go. The fight is on. Well, I didn't fight well. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're ready. If I can get back in the car. All righty. Here we go. I have these 3-gallon jugs. They're actually kitty litter jugs, okay? But they're clean. I mean, they've been cleaned. I ain't drinking kitty litter, but 3 jugs will do me a couple days. You know, taking a bath, doing dishes, and whatever. But right out the road here, it's probably 3 or 4 miles up towards Western. There's a spring. It's been there far back as I can remember on James Leach's property. And I just go out there and fill my jugs up and bring it back here. Well, the spring has quit running. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Okay, it just kind of said nope. Well, now I've been going to my old boss's house and filling my jugs with his water hose. And that's that old chlorine water. I picked a jug up the other morning to take a drink. And I accidentally blew in the jug as I was taking a drink. And that chlorine damn near burnt my eyeballs out. And I just closed my eyes and took a drink and went, I don't like it. But there's a spring in La Follette called Tank Springs, which I know you know about it, probably.
I don't.
No? Well, he probably does, but. And then there's another one going to Jellicoe that Tammy says is running again, but I keep forgetting to stop. See, this morning I wanted to check it, but I got up late and kind of, yeah, I drove halfway to Jellicoe asleep trying to drink coffee to go get Wayne, so I forgot. I'm gonna try and give you an idea about one place where my daddy and Pawpaw had a moonshine still right up here, but they've dozered it around now till you can't find it. But it wasn't 200 yards from the main road, and nobody ever knowed it was there. I can't remember if it was my dad or my uncle showed it to me. They'd put their mash barrels down in the ground, them wooden barrels. They'd bury them down in the ground and then make their mash in that barrel, and it was below ground. You couldn't see it. You didn't know nothing was even there, but there's a road right here with a gate right there. You just went up through there just a little ways, and right in that fort, there was a big old hump right there. And that, believe it or not, they had a still right there. because there was a spring came out of the ground. Right there. I mean, shoot. People drive by them all the time, never even know they was up there cooking away. Well, I tell you what, I am mad as far as that shaver. I've got whiskers.
Didn't do you no good, did it?
Shit, I'm gonna have to go home and shave again. That field right there, see all them houses over there? When I was a kid, there was only 2 houses back in there. And that was just a cow pasture. Now there's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 homes back in there. Now right here, there used to be an old bar. See this 2-story building right here with all the weeds around it? Well, see, it didn't used to be a 2-story. It was a single level block building. And that was John Ben Perkins' old bar. And my daddy bought that. And we run it as a bar for a little while. But he couldn't run a bar. All his buddies drank up all his profit. So, oh shoot, here comes the popo out of everywhere. Oh no. Somebody made a mistake, and I hope it wasn't me.
What's this area up in here?
Well, now this is where they call it Sweet Gum Flats. This is where you turn to go into Western right here. Now all this over my lifetime has changed twice. They actually moved this road that we're on. When they strip mined, it's not in its original place, but it's close. Back in the day, everybody used to drag race through that big long straightaway back there. They don't do that so much anymore. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. Now this guy that runs this campground right here, I talked to him about a year ago, checking out his solar setup, okay? Now that guy had it figured out. He had like 8 batteries and this solar panel thing that, you know, put it on a pole, and it had a thing that would track it, you know, make it follow the sun. It always was pointing at the sun at the best, you know, angle or whatever.
It's a sun tracker.
Yeah. And I asked him, I said, well, does it run everything you have? And he said, well, the refrigerator runs all the time. He said, we never cut the TV off. He said, it runs our satellite box, and he said, it runs everything. He said, we never run out of power. And I was like, well, okay. And I kind of looked into that, but at the time, our work had slowed down so bad that I couldn't even afford to even think about it, but I was going to try and buy one of them deals. Oh, please be running. I don't even see the pipe. Oh, don't tell me they tore it up again. Oh, if they tore that pipe up, Tammy's gonna be mad. Shoot. Oh, I don't know if I can get out of the car again. I'm stuck. Well, shoot. We've run off and lost your dad. Him and Tammy's got pulled over by all them popo down there. What'd I do with my glasses?
You want me to get it for you, George?
Just grab it right here and we'll pull it back up. Did I have my glasses when we left the bus?
Didn't notice, to be honest.
Oh, it ain't a running. Dang. I hope I ain't lost my glasses. Oh, I found them. It's not running a drop. Yeah, it's disappointing. Did you see all them police? Yeah, it don't really go here. It's supposed to go around over here, and then you stick it in here. And then you can set your jugs right there and it'll fill them up, but it's not doing anything.
Who owns this property, do you know?
Well, I remember James Leach lived here when I was a kid. I don't know if he still owns it or...
Somebody keeps it up and mows it, don't they?
A fellow out the road out here does.
Now, what do you know about these little buildings over here? Them's interesting.
I just know they've been here my whole life. I really don't know.
Have you been coming and getting water here your whole life?
On and off.
Yeah. I really love these old structures like this. Ever who owns this property or anybody knows anything about these buildings, if they can leave us a comment. There's been a home place here. You can see right here to the left, Dustin, look.
Yeah.
There's been a home right there.
Well, now see, back in the day, the outhouse was built down here over the creek.
Okay, let's go see it.
It's right there.
We can see that. Look.
I'll let y'all walk down there. I
Okay.
ain't got enough air.
Well, yeah, this is a very interesting home place. Look at this. So this was the outhouse built over the creek, huh? Now that's something else. Well, this is a beautiful piece of property right here, guys. I'm not for sure, George is not for sure who owns it still, but people come here and get water, so that's very kind of ever who owns it. But how about that? I've not seen that. Look at that right there. That's something else. It's a two-holer. Check it out. It's still being used, looks like, probably at times. I guess if you got to go here and you're here, it's here. I like it. Appalachian history and culture that's slowly and surely vanishing over time.
The old people used to build them across the creek. Didn't care about the people downstream.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Blow down there getting his coffee water and picks up a turd. You know, ooh, flavored coffee today. Wonder what they ate. You know, I couldn't imagine. I would be living way upstream from everybody.
Absolutely love this structure right here. It's had a fireplace in it. You can see the chimney over there, and it was across the creek. And I'm sure the water had to get up in it at times when there was a lot of heavy rain. But let's see if we can walk across the bridge right here and look at that. This is true Appalachian history right here. People used these buildings for their animals. Probably had some chickens over here. Now this one's a little different. It don't have a door right here, Dustin. Look at that. No door. It's right here. Check it out. Oh my goodness. Absolutely fantastic find right here, guys. There's nothing, I don't know what it is about old Appalachian structures that get me so excited, but look at this one, Dustin. Check this out. Look at the roof on it. Absolutely amazing. Love it. There's a beauty in decay to me. There's some decay here and age on this, but it shows its age and its history and how long it's been here. It's not been restored, it's not been remodeled, and that's okay. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to go inside of it, but we'll film inside of it. If we had permission by the owners, I would go in, but this is truly a great Appalachian find for me. I love stuff like this. Look, the old table, the old home place, this rock, I bet they had a name for this rock. You can see here they built up rock to keep the creek from washing away. Just a little surprising they built that building that close to the creek. But yeah, and look at these bridges. Ain't these something? All right, let's go to the next stop.
Well, I've lived like this in the bus for probably 10, 11 years maybe. It started out in the logwoods. I was night watching. Kind of moved around back there. My nearest neighbor was 19 miles away, other than the bears, the coons, and the skunk, and my raccoon friend. But then that job kind of came to a halt all of a sudden. Even caught my boss off guard. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do now. And he goes, well, he said, have you got a place we can put the bus? And I said, well, yeah. So he brought a dozer out here and cleared off the jungle where the bus is. And we pulled the bus all the way from Frakes to here. And if I ain't mistaken, I think I still had a fire in the stovepipe out the window smoking. We're pulling it, one of the tires is busted, no hood. I mean, yeah, if DOT would have come through, we'd have everyone went to jail. But we got it here, and I've lived here going on 5 years now. Yeah, it's different, but all that, traffic. It's all day, all night, just, I'd rather be back there, you know, kind of quiet. Got to deal with the bears and stuff, but they're not that bad, honestly. They're more afraid of you than you are, unless you have sardines or tuna, and they get a whiff. Then you're in trouble. I had to apply for food stamps about 2 months ago because I have no income. I rely on friends and family and the things that the food stamps won't buy, other people help me with. Like, I think it was day before yesterday, I had a tire went bad on my car, and I'd went and picked my friend up, and he's like, I'm not riding in this car like this. If we can make it to La Follette, we'll put 2 on it. So we went and got 2 used tires. If it wasn't for friends and family, I couldn't survive. I can eat, but I can't have none of the other things that most people don't even think about, okay? Toilet paper, tin foil, you know, zipper bags. I use a lot of zipper bags to store my food in a cooler. Everything I do is off grid. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes.
You're talking about off grid, like, you know, how do you provide power and the things? See, I live off grid as well.
I'm kind of, I was like, well, how am I going to do this? Okay, I can't afford electricity, but then I found about 12 volt stuff. Okay, I have a TV. I don't hardly ever turn it on, but I got one. I watch like DVDs all the time, a little portable 12 volt player, and it's real simple. You can take 2 batteries, and if you know how to wire them in a series, you get a lot more amperage out of it, and they last longer. Well, then I have a generator and a battery charger, and I got a little thing on my wall that tells the condition of my batteries, where they're at, you know, and I know when to go fire the generator and charge them back up, and then I have power again.
We was here the other day, you broke this.
Yeah, my generator broke.
And you just having little problems with electric start. It does have electric start, but don't always work.
No, it works half time.
So this is, look there, they put another one of them things in there.
Oh, hey, look. Ooh, yeah, look here. Ooh. Oh, it's working. Oh,
That's good.
okay. Now, I got the tool right there, and then these things are right here, and where'd it go? Gotta have that. That's important. It's some kind of space thing, but okay. Now, no. Here's the hard part. Okay, see, I got it.
George, you want me to
No,
come here and do that?
no, I can do this. You just might have to help me back up. The getting down here is the hard part. And then this thing, okay, it goes here, here, and here. And then this goes here. Okay. And then one goes over here. And then one goes down there. Oh, I hope they're having fun today. Hear that side by side go by? They're riding for my little friend he kind of had an accident and killed himself a couple years ago. Poor little fella. He was my buddy. He used to come play chess with me all the time. He was only 13-year-old when he died. That's horrible. Okay, let's see. Oh, look here. Oh, we're in business. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Oh, God. Hey, Wayne.
What?
The fan's coming. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me turn the choke on. And then you gotta turn the button on. And then the other button. And yeah, see? It's charging. Because that thing is cool. I like that. Shoot, I had that dude doing like 75 or 85 watts, which was a lot of power for that.
Wow.
Shoot, I was in there giggling, you know. I'm so glad that's fixed. My TV's 12 volt, my DV player's 12 volt. The lights that are actually in the bus, they're 12 volt, but I hardly ever turn them on. But yeah, everything is 12 volt. My little fan, I got, which now, John give me a solar fan, but we ain't had enough sunshine to charge it. So I've just been plugging it up and my other fan up and charging them. That way at night when I go to bed, you know, I got a little air because I can't sleep real good without air. And he give me that solar generator thing, and I got that out the other day and hooked it up and got it out there playing with it. And I run my box fan all day that day. Didn't cost me a penny.
Wow.
I just have to go out there once in a while and readjust the panel just a little bit. And then while it was doing that, I also charged up my phone and one of the little fans and one of the little lights he give me, because there wasn't, I figured just plug it in and see how it worked, you know, because I like messing with stuff.
What you been thinking about, man?
Not much, huh?
Been in the mountains today?
Oh, yes.
This is my son Dustin.
Hi.
This is Eddie, and this is Mary.
You too.
And I'm standing under these trees. What are these things here?
Wild,
What is all this?
wild cherry.
Wild cherries. So, did you have a good ride today?
Oh, yes. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Did you see any animals?
Nothing.
No wildlife out there.
Nobody, nothing out there. There ain't a soul out there.
We went to 2 old cemeteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in there. So he went up and found his cousin's cemetery today. But yeah, we've had fun.
Well, good.
I remember him from high school, but see, once he graduated, I kind of lost him and never did know whatever happened to him.
Did he see you on that video, Eddie?
Huh?
Is that why he showed up?
My kids said you did a wonderful job. They loved it.
I told you one of your
Everybody
daughters.
would. They said, Eddie, what are you going to try to do? Be a movie star? I said, I'm going to try to.
I think I talked to Rose.
Rose? Yeah.
She messaged me.
She's my youngest.
Okay, yeah, she said that she grew up there with y'all.
Yeah.
She said she talked real good about Eddie. Said he was a good stepdad and a Good grandpa. I told her next time she comes down here, we'll put her on video too. Let her talk.
She's up north.
Everybody's seen me on videos.
Yeah?
They look at me. They say, what are you trying to do? Be a movie star? Or I'm trying to be.
We're going to, ain't we? We're going to make it. Yeah, so George was telling us the next day there's some fellas. Tell them about it there, George.
Well, that video was on, and the next morning I sat in here and I seen this silver truck go by, turn around, come back by, turn around, come back by, and went back again. Well, I went out here and got some water at my buddy's house. They were sitting out there in front of the store on them blocks, you know. Kind of looked like he'd lost his dog or something. Well, I come back home. 10 minutes later, they pulled in the driveway. Got out, and he goes, "We finally found you." I said, "Well, has that been you know, driving?" He said, "Yeah, we've been looking for you everywhere." I said, "Well, I'm right here." But that one guy goes, "I remember," I think he said he hauled coal or his dad hauled coal from our illegal strip mines, or alleged illegal strip mines up here. And he said he remembered me loading the coal. And they drove all the way over here just to talk to me. Well, we talked for probably an hour or so. Take on them bugs. So they left, and I called Tammy to tell her about it. And another car pulled in the driveway. And I'm like, "Well, who's that? I don't know that one." And, "Oh, yeah, let me borrow some of that." And I told Tammy, I said, "Listen, I'm going to jump off of here because somebody else is pulling in the driveway." He pulled up there and got out. As soon as he got out, I recognized him. Do you remember Stevie Parton? I figured you might have known him, but he got out. I said, "Stevie." He goes, "I didn't think you'd recognize me." I said, "Well, heck, how can you not, you know?" And me and him talked, and he was talking about, you know, he remembered living in Mama's old house they rented up here. And I asked him about his family, and his sister, one of his sisters died, which that kind of caught me off guard. But he's got a sister that lives right there in Jellicoe, and I'm going to try and find her. Yeah, that was, he drove all the way up. He told his wife that morning, he said, "I know that fella." I said, "I'll find him before the day's over." And he come up here running around. He thought that, you know, I was living out there at my grandma's old place. So he went out there and he saw a trail, went back in there. He walked back that trail and he goes, "Well, there ain't nobody living back here. It's too thick." And he come back out and come easing by, and he said he saw the bus. And he's like, "There he is."
Yeah, we didn't tell nobody where you lived at. We didn't know if you wanted company or not.
I love company. More the merrier, ain't it?
Yeah. We'll make it a treasure hunt. If you come to White Oak, we ain't gonna tell you where he lives. You just have to ask around to find him.
Yeah, everybody knows me.
My name is Tammy. I am from over across the mountain in Kentucky, over around what we call Siler. Well, I met George back in the woods about 6 years ago. He was living in the bus up at what we call Wolf Pen. And I was up there on my side-by-side and ran into him and just asked who he was and what he was doing up there. And he told me he was night watchman, and we've been friends ever since. Some of the needs that George has living off-grid here in the bus is this propane tank. This is how he heats the bus. He has a wall heater in there that runs off of this, and he really needs this filled up before winter comes. To fill this tank up one time is around $600. So that's one of the purposes of the GoFundMe account that I've created for him is for propane, his cell phone bill, his car insurance, just basic needs that he needs to get through till his disability is hopefully approved.
My name is Eddie Ward.
And my name is Mary Johnson.
Where y'all live at?
Up on Davis Creek.
Davis Creek in Campbell County?
Yes.
How long y'all lived there?
About 15, maybe 20 years.
Yeah. What's life like on Davis Creek?
It's nice and quiet, peaceful.
What do you do for fun now?
We'll ride,
or I'm out here ginsenging or deer hunting or coon hunting.
And me, I fish.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I love to fish.
Now tell me about that coon hunting. On them coons, do you eat the coons or what you do with them?
The old coons, I don't eat them. The young coons, I do.
The young coons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what would you want people that live in the city to know about living in the mountains?
Oh God, it's be peaceful up here in the mountains.
Yeah.
So how I met Eddie was I was back in Tackett riding around, and I'd been up on the mountain at the overlook, and I came down the hill in the buggy, and Eddie was sitting at the bottom of the mountain with his tailgate down on his buggy, just whittling a piece of cedar wood, and had his old country music playing with his CDs. And I stopped and asked who he was, and I'm like, well, who are you back in here? And he's like, well, I'm Eddie Wortham. And I said, well, I ain't never seen you back here before. And he's like, well, I'm always back in here listening to my old music, and we've been friends ever since.
I do. Well, them things work good.
You got about three or four of them. Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, Eddie's gonna make his, he's gonna lose a finger.
It's chopping up some, feel like that right there.
Just careful.
I done busted my wrist with it once. They ain't bleed.
Well, now listen, don't bleed. Just try and knock the weeds down a little bit.
Where at?
Right there at that driveway on both sides. Tammy, everybody come out down there. Well, I thought about down there today.
Sure do it. All right, George.
He's a great guy. He would give you a shirt off his back if he wore one. But he's helped many of a person that's been broke down back in these woods, riders, give you gas if you need it, food. Eddie is a great person. He's got a great personality, and he's had a hard life, but he's a really good person. You can't beat him.
So, how'd you two meet?
Oh, she was my babysitter.
She was babysitting for you?
Yeah.
And for your kids?
Yeah.
For his kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Then things got to heating up between you two and you started dating, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I got a divorce, after I got my divorce.
Yeah.
We worked on the same jobs. So
Okay. Yeah, where'd you work at?
Oh, God.
we did janitorial in the buildings in Oak Ridge over on Y12.
My neighbor Josh, he seen me on YouTube. Hunter, his nephew, seen me on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Melvin just left here. He seen me on YouTube.
All right.
And Everybody looks at me and says, what you trying to do, be a movie star? I said, I'm going to try to be.
You're a YouTube star already. You done went viral on Facebook. Them little clips of you, one of them's got over 1 million views on it.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
That worked.
You gotta shoot that way.
20 feet's all he gets about with that rat
shoot
shot.
that way.
Yeah.
Well, there's a house right there.
All right, just a
I think I did. Come here, baby. It's okay.
Yesterday, John, you know, he gave me them box of washcloth things.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Disposable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was this little B&W thing stopped over there, and the couple gets out, and they're over there fooling around. I thought they broke down, so, you know, being me, I walk out, and I hollered out, hey, y'all broke down? Are you okay? Oh, no, we had one get car sick. And I said, listen, pull up in the driveway. I got something that'll help you. So they pulled over here, and I told them who it was, and I went in there and got a bag of, you know, a pack of them washcloth things. I said, listen, here, this will help you, you know. And he goes, no, we can't take them. I said, listen, they were give to me. Okay, and if I can help somebody with it, here. And the guy, I asked the guy, I said, well, where are you from? And he said, well, we're from Ohio. I said, well, what are you doing back in here? He goes, we kind of got a little bit lost. I said, you're following GPS, ain't you? He goes, yeah. He said, we were going over to the lake on 63. I said, I'm glad you turned around, because it would have took you in a place you'd have never got out of. And he goes, but GPS is pretty smart. I said, no, GPS is dumb as a box of rocks. Okay, I live back where it was going to take you. You'd have got back in there, you'd have been hearing banjo music, you know, the down, 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 and looking for the hillbilly that was going to get you first, you know. I said, listen, go on this road till it dead ends, make a left. I said, go on that road till it dead ends, make a left, put you on 63, take you up the valley where you're trying to go. He goes, well, I sure do appreciate that. Do I owe you anything? I said, no, sir. You just have a good day, you know. And that woman, she was almost in tears, because that little girl did kind of make a mess, and she just felt horrible. But I said, look, they were give to me, so I passed them on.
Yeah.
Some of the food he give me the other day, I've done passed on. You know them little lantern things?
Yeah.
I think I got one of them left, because people need them worse than I do. So I passed them along, and
Yeah.
I'll be all right. I mean, shoot, as long as I got something to eat, I'm okay. I can't help myself. I've give most of it away. And I hope he don't get mad at me, but I can't help it. I can't help it.
Yeah.
There's people in this community way whole lot worse off than I am. I mean, I do have a roof over my head, and my friends kind of look out for me a little bit, but you know. Ooh, hey, you kind of purdy. Ain't that how they said it? You kind of purdy.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Who? Now see, this is just me. Okay. Yeah, that's why people love to come hang out. You know, shit, get me going, watch it. You never know where it's going to end. I got to tell you a story. Oh my God, you're going to laugh. Listen, you're going to laugh your hind end off. We were in Valley Creek on a job site. It was Thursday, which was payday, and I'd go out and get, you know, whatever I needed. Well, I'd stopped at Taco Bell, okay, because I was hungry, and I thought, ooh, I like tacos and burritos. So I ate a big old burrito, a few tacos, and I'm driving back to the bus, and I'm about 1.5 miles from the bus, and I heard my belly go, blub, 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 and I'm like, oh God, I ain't gonna make it. All right, so I floored the van. I had this little minivan. I called it Mini, and I floored the van, shot in the log yard sideways. bailed out the door, left it open, through the front door of the bus, out the back door with a roll of toilet paper, and I had my poo bucket set up in a pine thicket. So I run over there and I pull my pants down, I bail on this bucket, and you know, I mean, I thought I blew the bottom out of it. You know, just kind of, you know how a Mexican does. Well, I'm sitting there doing my business and I hear a stick break behind me. And I thought, boy, that squirrel's awful brave. Well, a few minutes later, I hear another stick break, a little closer. And I thought, well, damn, that squirrel's nuts. And I turned around and looked, about a 500-pound bear sat down right behind me, watching me. Okay, now listen, I freak out. I'm sitting on this bucket, drawers down, doing my business, bear right there. I don't have a gun, I don't have nothing. I just got up, you know, did my business and turned around and looked at the bear. I said, I hope you enjoyed the show, and back to the bus. Well, my boss comes running over and goes, what's wrong with you? About that time, that bear run out of the woods, across the log yard, and I said, he goes, what was you doing back there? I said, well, I had to go to the bathroom. I said, and that bear snuck up on me. I said, listen, I had a cleaning like they'd give me colonoscopy medicine. Scared me so bad. He goes, I think I'd have had a problem too. Shoot, he scared the crap out of me, literally. Baby, listen, please be careful going home.
Oh, you going home?
Send me a text when you get there.
You give me a hug first.
You gotta text me, you promise? Okay.
I love you, Megan.
Honey, listen.
Should be home in 30 minutes.
I know. She lives
Which
on
way
the
you
other
go
side
when
of
you
down
go back to the
Knoxville.
interstate?
She'll be there in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives off Alcoa Highway.
I live
Okay.
South Knoxville.
Out by the armory. Listen, she'll be there in 25 minutes. I dare you to climb in there and ride with her.
Double dare you.
Listen, I'm in there all the time going, oh God, trying to mash the brake and, ooh, Megan, and I can't look. And she's like, I wish you'd quit. You're going to cause me to wreck. And I'm like, no, we're going to wreck because you're evil Knievel. You know.
What's it like being friends with Wayne?
It's great. I wouldn't trade him for nothing. I couldn't. You had to know what me and him's been through together, okay? Now, you know, married people go, look, I wouldn't trade him for nothing, or I wouldn't trade her for nothing. We ain't married, but it's kind of the same thing, sort of. We've been through so much together that
Oh my God.
we could sit here for 2 or 3 days and never cover half of it, okay?
Right.
There's a bond. We're brothers. We just got
Absolutely.
different mommies and daddies, okay, but we're brothers.
My mom tried to adopt him.
His mom and dad knew how I was being done. But I did learn a lot. It made me who I am. Yeah, I live here in this bus and I don't have a whole lot, but you know what? I'm probably happier than most people.
You're good. All right.
Okay. You grab it by the... Goddamn, Eddie. You should have warned us. Poor old kitty just shit.
Let me win.
I'm gonna have to go change my drawers. No way.
Win.
Yeah, good.
It's okay. Who's bounce? Come here, baby. It's okay. I've been a misfit all my life, so, you know, people ask me all the time, was you born that way or it just happened? I said, well, a little bit of both, you know, a little bit of both.
Now, where'd you grow up, Mary? We didn't ask you that last time.
Morgan County.
Morgan, that's right. Maybe we did talk about that, didn't we? Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we got that on the video. So, you've been with this fella here for almost 30 years?
Yeah, a little over now.
Over. Lord have mercy. Have you put up
Ever
with him?
since his kids was about 3 years old.
Yeah? Well, does he ever put a shirt on?
in the wintertime.
In the wintertime. We didn't know if, I guess if I looked like that too, I'd run around without no shirt too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I try and hide my table muscle, but, some days I'm kind of proud of it, but no, if I had that going on, I'd be like, shirt, what's that?
I ain't looked like that since I was 18.
Well, I ain't looked like that since I came out of the Army, so.
But just to clarify, a lot of people have commented in the comment section wanting to know if I'm George's daughter or George's wife or if I live in the bus. No, we're just friends, and I introduced George to John because he was looking for people to interview, and I thought George would be a perfect person because he's crazy and got a good personality. So, but no, we're just friends.
Just friends.
His daughter is named Megan.
All right, here we go, guys.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and make sure to send George a friend request on Facebook. Also, Tammy has set up a GoFundMe and a Amazon gift list for him. So all that information will be in the description below the video, or it also will be in the very first comment when you look in the comments. So I know a lot of people watch on TV, so you'll have to get your phone to get in there to get the comments, to see the links, to add him on Facebook, or to help with his finances. Tammy's wrote a little bit there on GoFundMe about it, but we sure have had a good time making these videos the last little bit.
Yeah.
And we're going to be making some more, I reckon. You want to make some more videos, guys?
Oh, we're good, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to come back and camp one night, bring the motor home and camp, and then...
Oh, that's going to get interesting.
And then we're going to go ginsenging with Eddie.
I'm not going on the ginsenging trip.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't know how far I'll get, but we're going to get what we can
well,
of it.
Good luck trying to follow him.
Well, we'll try. That's all we can do. But and this is his buddy Wayne. He's been around last time when we filmed, but we didn't get him in too much of the footage last time. But he got in there today, and we appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to subscribe to the Appalachian channel, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye-bye. See y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for being the man and the dad that you are. I know that it wasn't easy, and I now know the sacrifices that you make and what you've been through. And no man should really have been through some of the stuff that you've been through, but it means a lot.
Both interviews that I've tried to do with you about killed me.
Well, there you go. I can kill you without touching you.
Yep.
What happened to him, officer? Well, I don't know, but I think he laughed himself to death. And I can read the coroner's report right now. Yeah, Dustin went to do an interview with this nut on the mountain, and he just started laughing, killed over dead, and there he is. She ain't quit laughing since she got here. Po out of everywhere. Oh no. Oh, it's working. Oh, okay. Oh, it ain't a running. Dang. And people that know me are going to be going, yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's that lunatic.